Anyway, welcome everyone to our open day for the Athens College of East Asian Medicine. I would like to introduce you to our director, Dr. Yanni Dimitriou, to just give you a warm welcome and to explain to you our mission and vision. But first, before I bring Yanni up, I just wanted to go around the room quickly and ask your name and what inspired you and what motivated you to come to our open day today. Okay? Is that all right? May I start with you?
Hi, my name is Katerina Kostarki.
Katerina, welcome.
Yes, and I knew about the program from Yanis. He's my therapist. So he was a source of inspiration, also things that I studied and that I read about Chinese medicine. So I want to know what is also
Okay, very good.
Hi, I'm Hippocrates. I'm a SEAM practitioner. I've been practicing SEAM for 10 years, and I'm thinking of expanding my knowledge in acupuncture and more, a little bit deepening in Chinese medicine. I heard about this new school and I just came here to find out what's about.
Yes, we are a new school and we're very excited to bring this program to Athens. I think it's about time that we've established a very high standard of education for acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and we are so excited to start, so thank you for coming.
Hello, my name is Malina.
Malina, welcome.
I'm a student also from Sofia,
Ah,
and I've done reflexology. I'm a therapist as well, and I want to deepen my knowledge as
very good.
Thank you very much.
I'm Mefi. I don't know anything about alternative medicine of my own. I'm accustomed seeing other people do that. I have a pharmacy house. I don't have any knowledge about psychology. I'm published psychology, let's say.
Okay, great.
And I'm interested in acupuncture, and I want to learn new things, alternative way of treating human body.
Very good, thank you. Effie, yes?
Yeah. My name is Paulina. So basically I searched your school already a few months ago when I more or less knew I would be relocating to Athens.
From where?
From Spain.
What city in Spain?
Well, close to Malaga, in
Okay.
Marbella.
I love Spain.
So I was finishing by then, actually I finished this summer my studies in acupuncture, well, 2 years. But I would definitely like to continue studies because Chinese medicine is a huge world, and what I learned, I realized that these are like very compact basics, but then to be a good therapist you need to broaden the vision. So I came across your school. I had it appointed that today is the open day. So here I am.
Thank you. I have a question for you. Did you study in Spain?
In Spain.
Okay, was it an English-speaking
No.
program or a Spanish
No,
program?
it was in Spanish.
Spanish.
But pretty much pretty many of the books I have are in English, so I hope I can
Okay. And was the program from a university or was it a professional school of Chinese medicine?
it was a private school.
Private
It
school.
basically follows the program of, I think it's European Foundation of Chinese Medicine,
Okay.
Association, I don't know how to translate it exactly, and also books by Giovanni Maggiotta.
Okay.
So I think it's like kind of standardized.
Okay, yes, those are required textbooks, yes, for all of the schools, in all of the continents, and they're brilliant. Giovanni, I'm sure when Yanni and I were studying, we didn't have textbooks. Now we have a wealth of textbooks translated into English, and at first first, I was not that crazy about the Giovanni books, but now we're on the third edition, and he has really listened to the needs of the students and the teachers and the teaching institutes. And I have to say, these latest editions are absolutely brilliant. And these are the books that they create questions or test banks from. So I just want to kind of piggyback on that. Anyway, thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Brian. I became interested in Chinese medicine when I began to study Qigong and Tai Chi in the U.S. in 2000 something. And I never thought I would be able to afford a Chinese medical certificate there. So I ended up in Athens, and now I'm interested, and I've been studying for, well, 2 years semi-formally, and then another year sort of by myself. And so now I'm ready to begin really the heart of the study, and really to go deeply into
Okay, great.
alternative medicine.
Well, I would like to piggyback and make a comment on what you just said. In the United States, when Chinese medical school costs a minimum of $80,000. And it's becoming prohibitively, like, almost impossible for new students now to take on that journey. So we're, again, very excited to present the same program that we have in the United States, as well as the UK, as well as Canada and Australia and New Zealand at really a fraction of the cost. And we can do it here because the cost of living is much lower. And one of my sort of goals is to have more Americans and Canadians coming abroad to study at our international college. So thank you for giving feedback on that.
Hello, my name is George.
George.
Yes, nice to meet you. I don't know anything about cancer yet. That's why I'm starting from the beginning.
I know that you are
Doctor,
live.
doctor,
We have been
he's my
having
doctor.
seminars of Dr. Tanzer Yupancho. Come on, you know something about
It's
Yupancho.
in Nigeria, I'm in Nigeria. You know where.
Give him away.
He's my doctor. He fixed my spine. I had an accident. So I'm curious about cancer.
Well, wasn't it a great Greek philosopher who said something like, "All I know is that I don't know"? Is that, who was that?
Exactly. Socrates.
Anyway, we look like slaves. We get to fill your mind with incredible information. But like Yoni said, it sounds like you have
Yeah.
some basic foundations.
Yeah, but it's only an idea.
But it was
Like
the
a-
spark that sort of drove you to want more, yes? That's good. And the Dr. Tom, the balance method is an incredible system. So it was, you got lucky on your first introduction to Chinese medicine. Most of us don't learn about the balance method until after we graduate. And I'll maybe explain why later. But anyway, thank you and welcome. Did I cover you already?
No, I just come here.
Oh, okay.
My name is Kostas,
Kostas?
yes, and I'm very glad to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
And I'm here to give my, how can I say it? I'm very excited about it, but I don't really know about the subject.
Okay.
I'm here for another reason. I here to see some familiar faces. My teacher.
Your teacher?
No.
Ah, Sophia.
Yeah.
Sophia's a wonderful
He's in
teacher.
student.
Yes. Yes, and we brought together some very great teachers for our school. So,
Yes. So I'm very excited and I'm very glad to be here from the start. I want to observe this
okay, great.
study.
Fantastic. All right. Welcome, Kostas.
Thanks.
Hello, my name is Konstantinos.
Konstantinos.
Yes, so I just came from China. I have a martial arts school in Greece. So we do Qigong, Tai Chi, meditation, but also I do moksha, acupuncture, and some basic stuff. So for me it's very interesting to go deeper, as many of people come here to do. So I just want to learn more about how can I learn more things about these nice methods of healing.
And how many years did you spend in China?
Together 1 year, I go like for 2 months, 3 months and come back.
Do you
Because
speak
I have
Chinese?
a little, very little.
Well, while we're on the subject of speaking Chinese, one of the courses that we will be offering that probably only one other school teaches, and it's Emperors in California, is we will also provide you with some Chinese medical terminology in your first year. You'll be learning the yes. And so hopefully we'll all become way more proficient in Chinese medical terminology. So anyway, thank you. So who did I leave out?
Hello, I'm Vicky. I work with herbs. I'm a botanical therapist.
Oh, what type of herbs? Chinese herbs, Western herbs, Greek herbs?
Greek herbs.
Ah, beautiful. It's a beautiful system.
It's very beautiful. I am Sophia's student. Sophia's another student. I know about acupuncture from Sophia's lessons, and I want to learn more things, and go deeper,
Okay, good.
combine this.
Very good. Thank you. Did you speak? Oh, okay, all right. So who are the newcomers that just came?
I'm Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Yes, from
Santorini, yes, I have your application in the back room.
Okay.
Where does the first name,
It's the last name.
the last name?
Belonas.
Yeah, Belonis.
Is that your real last name? Is that your real last name?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
your farm, I think. Sounding like Nico Needles or something? Great, okay.
I think it's my destiny. So.
I believe it's all of our destiny, and this is destiny right here, so yes.
It's my surname, yes. So I study other things, social work and psychology, but I think gradually I studied yoga and Qigong and Tai Chi and energy healing, and gradually I think I want to learn more about Chinese medicine
And
and
acupuncture.
acupuncture.
Well, I have a couple of questions for you about Santorini.
Okay.
I hear that the Chinese are establishing clinics over there. Is this true?
I've never heard about that, but the Chinese are really, they love
They love Santorini.
Yeah. There's so many during the summer.
All right, and how many months do you stay in Santorini? Do you do the seasonal summer, winter, back and forth?
Usually I'm from Easter till November. My base is in Santorini, but I think from next year I will be more flexible to travel, and that's why I wanted to know about the program and the schedule so that I can organize my work and my travels.
Great, okay. Well, I have your application in the other room, and I wanted you to come to hear all about the program
Yes, it would be great.
and to be of support, okay? So thank you.
Εγώ θα μιλήσω ελληνικά, είμαι φιλική Σοφία στη Σαμαρά. Ήρθαν, ναι.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming to see what you are doing here. My English is
Me or us?
Of course, all.
Why is an American woman living in Athens in America?
About this program.
Great, yes, great, we'll go through the program for you. All right, do you have a background in health? Yes. And can I ask you, what is the background?
I have about Tai Chi, Qigong, Qigong.
Many years.
Many years.
Lovely, lovely. Do you teach?
No, yet.
Not yet, unfortunately.
And more, and many more.
Very good. Well, thank you and welcome.
Hello, I'm Kinga. Yes, I'm originally from Poland, but I grew up in Greece. And yes, I live with Nicolas in Santorini. And yeah, a bit I have studied very little the basics of Chinese medicine. Apart from that, I'm a musician, and I'm not sure if I will join, but I'm in a moment that I have to choose between music or something else. So this is also a healing process like music for me. So it also interests me, but I understand that it needs attention and dedication. So.
Yes, it does require a lot of attention, a lot of discipline as well, and great focus. But it's not difficult. It's like anything. It's like learning a new language. You know, first you learn your alphabet, and then you learn your words, and then your sentences, and then your paragraphs, and then you write novels.
It's like learning music.
And
Because
it's
he's a
very,
musician,
and it's
right?
very musical. It's when I went to school with many musicians and artists because they resonated with the vibe of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. So I think you'll find it very compatible with your base knowledge that you already have musically.
In Greece they are connected.
In
Greece they are connected.
Yes. So anyone I forgot about? Oh, my friend. Where did you sneak in from? Would you like to tell us your name?
Είμαι ο Νίκος Βασιλάκος. Γεια σας. Όσοι δεν ξέρω. That's all. That's my name.
That's it.
Yes, why not? You want more?
Yes. Yes. What inspired you
Εγώ
to
κάνω όλα
come
τα
here?
προσθήματα ως βασική
What
εκπαίδευση.
inspired you to come here this evening?
All you.
Me.
All of you. All the stuff. All of you. All the stuff.
Good. Well, welcome.
Ευχαριστώ.
Nico Bazirakos, he owns the AcuPlus Supply Center in Neo-Psychico. Have you opened to his shop? He has a great shop down there.
Thank you.
So if you need supplies, that's the go-to man. All right, who else did I forget? How about next to Christina?
Me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gabriella Pauti. I've lived in Greece for almost all of my life, but I studied Chinese medicine in China. I was a scholarship student. Yes.
Yes.
I was studying there with Yanni. So we're looking forward to starting this new venture and see where everything goes. And we have high dreams for the whole college and the teaching aspect and passing on the knowledge that we have accumulated throughout the years.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming.
Gabriella, yes?
Gabriella.
And she's going to be one of our instructors with Western medical terminology. So you not only have to know your Chinese medical terminology, but you also need to have your Western medical terminology as part of the required program. So anyway, thank you for coming and supporting our event. And I see Jacqueline out there. So, okay, I think everybody's here. Can I pass the baton on to you and introduce you to Dr. Yoni Dimitriou, our director of Athens College.
Nice meeting you all. I'm supposed to talk about the mission and the vision of our college, but I'll do a little bit more freestyle. So, from what I heard, some of you are already therapists, some of you already started, have studied Chinese medicine, some of you not. So I think one of the questions that we should answer is why should I study Chinese medicine? Personally, I have to tell you, I have started studying from 2002 and I'm still studying. I haven't stopped studying. So I'm continuously learning new stuff. So for you that you have not started yet, healthcare is a big journey. I hope that all of us, when we do something, we do it properly. And here we are to educate people that they're going to use it for their own health, but also for professionals. So, of course, there are going to be a little bit different standards because, of course, but they're all going to have like some minimum kind of, there's going to be some minimum kind of standards. So, personally, one of the reasons why I keep on studying Chinese medicine is because it's important for my own well-being. It has some great theories that they have been here for more than 2,000 years, serving humanity. So it has changed the way I see life and the way I live Chinese medicine. So the more I study, the deeper I go into the classics, the more I understand and the more I practices from Chinese medicine, the more I understand from life. So it's so you should know that it is a process and it serves our life. Another reason why I study it personally is because it's practical. If it was not practical, because I'm a healthcare practitioner and I have studied different stuff. I've been there for 20 years and I'm still a student. And I only keep the good stuff. And Chinese medicine is one of the things I use the most. Because it's practical, because it has solutions. And it's not only that. As a Western medical doctor, I have some problem. The thing is that many of the medications that we have to give, because there are guidelines, you have pneumonia, you have to give antibiotics. This is how it is. But if you give antibiotics, you will have some side effects. This is the beauty with Chinese medicine. It follows a Hippocratic oath, which says, do no harm. So if you practice this medicine, you will be practical, you will have results, and you will do no harm. And this is very ethical for me. I feel very comfortable with that. I don't feel comfortable, and this is why I don't give medications. I'm a conventional doctor, but I choose not to give medications. Of course, there are times that somebody will have to take medications, but for that, if I see that is necessary, then I send him away. Because I prefer not to be in the position that I will have to do some good, but at the same time, there is a big chance that I will harm. And Chinese medicine is not harming if you do it right. So these are some reasons why somebody can study Chinese medicine for his own health, for his own life, and if he wants to practice it, for his practice with efficiency and without harming anyone. Now, going to a question, okay, why should I study with you guys? We have been in a long journey in Greece. This school is starting in Greece, but it's not a Greek school. It's a school that is, we consider ourselves part of the world, not part of Greece only. So one of the reasons why it's a good idea to study with us is because this is our first year, but no, we're not starting from year one. We have already taken a program which has been there with our partner school in Holland for more than 20 years. So this program has been evaluated from international organizations and it has passed. So it means that this is a very good program. And we also are the founding members, which is Georgette, me, Christina Maniavou, Sofia Samara, and Benjamin Saez. We bring different informations. For example, myself, I've been in China for more than 12 years. So I bring a lot of stuff from China. Georgette has been in the United States, so he brings her knowledge from China. Benjamin has been in a great school. We've been having some seminars of that with STEM and branches in the UK. Christina has been already done her master in China, so she's also bringing her knowledge from there. Sophia is also bringing a lot of her research in philosophy. So we might have that ground basis of this program, but we have supplied with new things that they are out there. For example, like as I mentioned before, Dr. Tarrant's balance method, and for example, I have been with Van Zui for many years.
Can I add to that?
Please.
All right, so the People's Republic of China gave birth to a system called TCM, Traditional Chinese Medicine, which basically happened over a period of time where Mao Zedong brought together the greatest, biggest, and brightest minds of Chinese medicine, and over a period of time they hammered out this system of TCM. It's a very beautiful, eloquent system. However, Chinese medicine also, and the history of the classics, spread to other countries. So we have acupuncture, we have other systems of healing. We have the Vietnamese, we have the Korean, we have the Japanese. So East Asian medicine is more reflective of the diverse systems of acupuncture and not just sort of TCM, which is it's a very beautiful system, but it has its limitations. So we're actually bridging together a lot of the classics with some of the new TCM modalities. So part of our aim and our vision is to present the diverse systems and not just pigeonhole you into the TCM, but you will need to know your TCM because this is the system of medicine that is being exported all over the world. So if you have that as a foundation, you're still free to practice other systems, and it creates a bigger bank of knowledge for you. So when a patient comes in to see you, or when a patient comes in to see me, I tumble around in my head, okay, will this lend towards a TCM diagnosis, or maybe I'll draw my Japanese, or maybe I'll do my abdominal. Oh, okay, it's pain related, it's acute, maybe I'll draw on the balance method. So again, the bigger your bank of knowledge is, the more profound of a practitioner you will be, and to be able to give your patient what they need as well as yourself. So it's also, like Yanni said, a great system of self-healing. And
If I can add something on that, since we're talking about TCM, I have to spread the good news, which is that ICD-11, which is like the
International Classification of Diseases, Volume 11.
right, that's exactly what it is. This is what WHO, the World Health Organization, I know that, have, so it's this new Bible, let's call it, that it includes the diagnostics of Chinese medicine, of TCM. So we're in a new era. There has been some pioneers 30 years ago, but we're still pioneering, because this is a new era where Chinese medicine and Asian medicine is getting from alternative into the mainstream. And I think that's very important news. So for that, we need the TCM, the Chinese medicine.
Right, and so even our profession now has an international labor code, which is applicable to the ICD-11, and there are going to be more and more jobs available globally to be working in hospitals and medical clinics and spas. So yes, we're very excited that it's in the that the diagnostic codes for Chinese medicine, as well as Ayurveda and homeopathy, are also going to be listed in the next volume, which is already out, but the official launch of it is 2022. And this is where the World Health Organization will do their research. They will take the data and crunch it, and so we are actually in the modern healthcare system, which is a great move forward, which means if we have a labor code, we really need to up our game and produce professionally trained practitioners. And so that's the other reason why you would like to study with Athens College. We will provide that professional structure for you. Any other questions?
Is there anything else you should tell us, or I should ask how the lessons are constructed?
That's a great question.
Yes, I don't know anything.
I love an empty mind. I think it's just fantastic. Okay, so basically, the program is 3 to 5 years. Well, it's 3 years if you are coming in with a background in health and healing and you have met your basic anatomy, physiology, pathology. What was your question again? I just lost my
Yes,
train.
I don't know how
yes.
the lessons are
Yes,
constructed.
okay.
For me,
Got
I
it.
don't know anything
Okay.
about Western medicine.
It just popped back into my head. So basically we will meet, we have to fulfill 3,600 hours of contact time, 3,600 hours. So we will meet 1 weekend per month for about 15, 16 hours, face-to-face, which is, but we will also be adding 6 to 10 hours per week of e-learning, online learning, where you will be meeting with your classmates online, you will be writing papers, handing in assignments, giving feedback, and we will have other smaller modules. For example, the Chinese medical terminology will be one of the weekday modules. So that extra 6 to 10 hours of work, of contact time per week, over the course of a few years will add up to 3,600 hours. I have the hour breakdown over on the paper there, can be more specific in a little bit. So, so we basically have Foundations of Chinese Medicine 1, which is your philosophy, your Chinese philosophy. The second year would be your point location, and basically your acupuncture energetics. And your third year would be your practicum, your internship. Now that's just for acupuncture. If you want the degree in Oriental medicine, then you need to add 2 years of herbal studies. All right, so the herbal year 1 is basically learning your 360 individual herbs, followed by your second year of learning over 300 classical formulas. Okay, so the herbs 1 and herbs 2 also has a requirement of your Foundations of Chinese Medicine. And this is what we're presenting this year, Foundations of Chinese Medicine. Next year will be your point location. The third year will be your internship. So you can choose to go down 2 paths. You can go directly down just learning acupuncture and become a practitioner of acupuncture. Or if you want to expand, which I would recommend, then you add the other 2 years of herbal medicine and you would then become a practitioner of Oriental medicine and acupuncture. And many of the hospitals now have Chinese herbal pharmacies on board, like they do in China. I know in California we have the military hospitals, Kaiser, that have brought on Chinese medicine, and we actually have pharmacies in the hospital now, which is very exciting. And then we have, for those of you who don't have any university experience or not transferring any, say your basic first 2 years of general education, we will also provide a Foundations of Western Medical Sciences, which is your anatomy, your physiology, your pathology, your biology, which is mandatory. But we won't start that until a little bit later.
Later on, the
Well,
physiology,
yes,
first
you will-
one, the philosophy.
The
how
first
it
year is the philosophy,
works.
Yeah.
Understood.
which can be applied not only to acupuncture but herbal medicine, but also to shiatsu and other health modalities. If you decide to go down a different, maybe you decide acupuncture's not for me, you could still take the philosophy of the healing and apply it to another holistic discipline that's Asian related. Asian medicine related. Does that answer your question? Yes?
Can you take the Western medicine part concurrently with acupuncture? Rather than it expanding to 5 years to do all of it?
Yes, we were hoping to study the foundations of Western medical sciences this year. We don't have enough people to start it yet. I'm aiming for January to at least do the anatomy, 12 weeks of anatomy. And again, I'm trying to adapt the European educational system and put it more into like an American, Canadian, and Australian system, like we use semesters and credits, where say in the UK they just string it for 1 year. But it's very hard to get that program recognized by testing and other associations in other continents. So we're experimenting with kind of bringing a little bit of the American standard of education with a little bit of the European. So when they review your records, it will hold up. Please, we're here to answer questions.
As I understood well, a group of students will start for this class, for these lessons. If after 1 year, after 2 years, some persons will not take these classes, do the rest of the people will continue, or?
Yes,
okay,
we will continue.
even though there are 1 or 2. I mean, you know, maybe the group of it will be 10, and then will be, they will not make it.
Well, that is a fact. I mean, when people sign up for any course or program, you will always have a small dropout rate. Why? Well, maybe it's too difficult, too time demanding, they figure out it's not for them. Yes, we will continue the program, but the other reason why we have a partner school is in the worst case scenario, like say you couldn't complete the second year next year, you always, and we're moving along, you can always go to our parents' school and make up lost time or lost work or on
So you have
different
to
time
travel
schedules.
abroad.
In the worst case scenario. In the worst case scenario. And the best case scenario is we continue and our program is highly accepted and grows, and next year we'll have more students. So yes, this.
Yes, with the same leveling.
With this, yeah. So you may end up dropping a year, but then joining up another year or two. Everybody's different. I know for me, I studied Chinese medicine. It was a 4-year program, but it took me 5.
Where?
I studied at Pacific College of Oriental Medicine. I got my master's degree, but the students who didn't have children and they didn't have to work and their parents gave them money to study, they got through in 3 years. Me, I was a single mom. It took me 5 years. And then I went back to school, and 2 years ago I received my doctorate in acupuncture and Chinese medicine. So, like Yanni, I still study 20 hours a week. I'm addicted to it. So it's, once you get into it, it's just a beautiful system of healing. So I hope that answered your question.
And if I may sort of add on that, when I was in my college in England, we were a small group, we were about probably 15 people, and the dropout, I think, on that year, over the 3 years that we did, was only 1 person, and it was only because the strain of the work was that normally it's, if you manage to keep the pace, I don't think you'll have any problem. I think it's highly addictive, like Roger was saying, so I have no, yeah.
Chinese medicine.
And I think as soon as you start putting needles actually in people, you're hooked. And you're So I don't think there'll be any dropout, no problems towards that. If we're going to have a strong, it starts, it will continue.
If it
Yes.
starts, we'll
Yeah,
let
we'll-
okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, we're not going to leave you abandoned.
Yes, I have a bundle problem maybe. I don't know what to be abandoned.
And this is also why we started this college, is because we know that there's a vacuum in Greece in terms of Chinese medicine and its knowledge, and we want to make practitioners strong, being able to confront the ministry, confront the sort of stereotype of Chinese medicine in people's mind, and be able to eventually start like America or like other places in Europe, working in hospitals, working close with doctors, working and just having referrals and making it a strong. It is the fastest growing alternative medicine out there in the world now, and but still quite unknown to a lot of practitioners. But you'll find that even here in Greece, Georgette and I have been working even with Yanis, with medical doctors, and they believe in it and they refer to you, and this will continue growing on and on over the years. And I think this time is quite interesting, like Yanis was saying, it's starting to really peak up, and it's an interesting time to study and go with the whole program. So I believe that you have no issue there. No.
Yes, of course.
You said we have 3 years, one foundation on philosophy, the second point, location, and third acupuncture. I've got
Internship or practicum.
Yeah, and then you said, what about the pathology is an extra year? And
That's a separate year. That's the foundations of Western medical science. That's a completely. So yes, you can either add it on as another year, or you can do it concurrently.
Okay.
From
January.
So it will be 2 weekends per month rather than 1 weekend per month.
So this is extra price? It's like an extra year?
Yes, it's a completely separate module. However, if you are a physiotherapist,
yes,
and you're coming, well, you've already met those anatomy, physiology, pathology requirements. But we have many students that don't have any university preparation at all, and that module is required. So it's an add-on for some, and for others, you know, they will receive the credit based on their previous education.
It's a bit like what Georgette was saying. She had students with her that parents were paying and all that, and they could do it in 3 years. She had to do it in 5. So it's really up on you how if you can afford it and etc. If you have the time for it or whichever. Yeah.
Right, but we are ready, willing, and able to do 2 weekends, 3 weekends, if you wanted, you know, the foundations, the Western, and the herbs. But Ben and I have done this, and I'm still recovering 25 years later from the demands of, but it's not difficult information. You know, Chinese medical school is very easy to get through. The reality of getting out and practice, real practice is very difficult. Western medical school is very difficult, but it's easy to practice. Chinese medicine school is very easy to get to. But when you're out there in your clinic, your first day, you're like, oh my God, what do I do? And even, you know, 20 years later, I'm still in shock sometimes when I say, oh God, what am I going to do with this person? And I'm, you know, running my strategies in my head. Okay, let me try this, ding, 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 ding. And it works, and I go, wow, how did that work? So it's truly an amazing system of healing. Yeah.
So, 2 questions. This module of Western medicine, will it start now?
I'm trying to start it in January. I don't want to, again, like if you go to Chinese medical school in the States, they pretty much start your first year with the foundations because you're learning a new language. And then the second year, you start building and building and building. It's not difficult, but it does require a lot of memorizing. And I would say that's the challenging part.
Okay, well, I'm asking because in my case, I think it's the gap I feel, I need to fill in. Like in my studies, we didn't have that much knowledge, from the Western medicine point of view. So, from me particularly, I find it very, very interesting.
Did you have anatomy?
Very, very, very general.
Okay, because it's pretty much, you have to have your anatomy before you can enter point location. Without your anatomy, point location can be problematic.
Also, I think it depends the way you learn it. Of course, if you learn it with a book, yes, you need to know what, this bone name is.
Do
And
you have anything to say on that topic?
Basically, healthcare, because I have studied physiotherapy, I have studied osteopathy, I have studied medicine and Chinese medicine, and all of those studies in the beginning, you have to do the ABC, which is, what is this? How do I call this? Where is it? And I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't think we have to explain that.
And even in point location, basically you have to know what tendons are next to it, because the description and the exam, how you have it is you tell the function of a certain point, you tell the location anatomically how it is, and for what uses or things like that. And you have to know what tendons it's next to, what muscle, bones, bone structure, any kind of reference, whether it's medial to the patella, lateral, and all these kind of things. You have to know basically how to talk, and this is good for two reasons. One, when you talk with doctors, or when you have referral of other people, as soon as they come with a piece of paper, you will know exactly what he's talking about.
Exactly.
And two, you've got arteries going through, and if you, like you were saying, there's very, very rare moments, or even in history, that acupuncture has done harm. There are some, I think, pneumothoraxes that have happened, all that, but that's because they needled pretty deep. But you have to know where the arteries are, because if you clip a vein, it happens. I've done it not long ago. It can happen. It's a bruise, it will go away. If you needle an artery, much more complicated.
Definitely.
Exactly. So these are the
I'm saying, like, just from the point of view of my studies, it was much more practical. So yes, they will obviously explain you the basics, like, and how you puncture each point, what you need to take care of, etc., etc. But as a separate subject, we didn't have, like, for instance, anatomy. But yes, obviously, with explanation of each point, they will tell you, like, all the precautions, etc., etc., etc. So that was my one question, and another one is more general. In Greece, what are the from, like, legal point of view or formal point of view requirements to actually practice? Because it's a mess in every country. In every country, it's a little bit different.
So, as I said before, we're situated in Greece as a school, but we don't consider ourselves as a Greek school. We consider ourselves as an international school. And internationally, things are changing. To the good side and also to the bad side. For example, a few years before, we had Australia bringing Chinese medicine to the mainstream. But a few months ago, I suppose, Spanish government is opposing Chinese medicine. So things are always changing. And this is, we know that from Beijing. BNG, we call it in Chinese. So it always changes. When it comes to Greece, there is no law about acupuncture. There is a guidance from the medical ministry. the Ministry of Health that acupuncture should be practiced. That acupuncture is a medical practice that should be practiced only from medical doctors. So legally, this is the only thing that we have, but there is no law saying if you can do or if you cannot do. So there is no law about acupuncture. And for example, like a week ago, I was with a meeting with other directors of medical acupuncture, and we're still debating on that. And we are the ones that will soon discuss again with the Ministry of Health. So there is something there many years ago, but we're still debating. So there is like a gray zone.
Exactly.
Yeah. When it comes to Greece, when it comes to other countries, we know that, as I said, Holland, UK, etc. It's straightforward. But again, you don't know how it's going to go. So everything changes. In Spain, it was the same. Now it changes.
In Spain, you can.
You're from Spain.
Okay, well, I lived in Spain.
Sorry.
In Spain, you can practice. The thing is that the more or less recent government had this idea that now they're going to regulate the whole subject, and they decided that acupuncture doesn't have enough scientific evidence. But also there has been like a lot of pressure coming from all the associations. So let's see, I think they kind of dropped the thing.
So there is all kind of powers. There is this power from China which is pushing Chinese medicine into the European countries. Some of European countries, for example, UK. UK was so open to acupuncture. They had this new scientific thing going on, and they said acupuncture is not good for low back pain, so they stopped financing it from NHS. So this thing is always changes. We do our best to support you with the highest qualifications, and we take it from there. Of course, if you can become medical doctors, then nobody could save you, but otherwise we just do our best. And in America, like 30 years ago, people could not practice acupuncture. Now they can. So
something here.
yeah.
We have to make up our minds that we have to be the change with our minds. We have to change things here in Greece and to help also the world do the same thing. Because more people do the same thing, do this, change their minds and change the things, the world, the situations. We have to decide it. Not to be afraid, but we have to make the change. This is the most important thing.
And I would like to add to that, I'm the secretary of the European Traditional Chinese Medicine Society, and I have access to the laws in all of the countries. And there's really only 3 countries where acupuncture is legal: Portugal, Switzerland, and Germany, I think. But all the other countries, when I read the applications and we ask the question, what is the what is the law in your country? The answer is usually, well, they say medical doctors are the only ones that can do it, but it's tolerated. And why is it tolerated? Because practitioners that graduate from qualified Chinese medical schools, their diplomas hold them up. But not only does the diploma hold them up, but the way they carry themselves, their confidence in their ability to handle this medicine and communicate it with medical doctors and physiotherapists, and to be able to speak 2 languages and not just talk about chi blood yin and yang, but be able to communicate in a mature, professional way. And this is how we will win the game, even here in Greece. If we can raise the standard of education and create a registry of qualified, European qualified, professionally trained people, and you get your tax papers, you know, and I also believe in my heart of heart, if we're doing God's work or nature's work or the divine, you know, we're in a good place. So I'm an American, and I'm working in the maternity hospital here. And when I first arrived, people said, oh, you can't work here, it's illegal for you to work here, there are no jobs. I'm an American, I'm working at ESO. I'm working in a fertility clinic. I have 15 gynecologists that send me patients, and I work in the recovery room, and I'm in there doing the embryo transfers. So anything is possible. You are the creator. You know, and once you start getting out there, again, with your confidence, and you're communicating with doctors and physios and other people in healthcare, they're going to say, gee, you want to come and work in my office? And then I'll also tell you a little trick. When I was a student, actually a postgraduate student, I was doing a year of acupuncture orthopedics. Part of our requirement as a postgrad was, okay, you need to go do some observation in an MRI, pick a medical specialty, and go find a doctor that will let you shadow him. And so I picked a cardiologist. And I play this game a lot just to open doors, but I said, you know, I'm taking a class and I have to do 30 hours of observation. Can I observe with you, the cardiologist? I promise I'll be quiet, I won't make any noise, I'll wear a white coat, I'll wear makeup, be clean. Sure, come on in. And the next thing you know, the doctor's saying, I'll say, can I look at you? Come please to the patient. And he's like, and then he takes me out and says, what are you looking for? What are you feeling for? So I'm not only educating the doctor, but then the patients are getting all excited. You know, what do you want to see my tongue for? What are my mouth for? And what I walked away from with that 30 hours of observation, and it was my own choice to do this, was I got to see tongues like I've never seen before. You know, in they were like hamburger red meat, black, raw, and so this is how you create opportunities, by being confident in your ability and in your education and opening up doors. Next thing I know, the cardiologist is saying, you want to come work with me? You know, so this is, again, you're the master of your path, and I am an optimist. I can't say that I'm always surrounded with optimistic people, but I think I exude an excitement that gets people excited, and I have more work than I know what to do right now in Greece, and people tell me that, you know, that's impossible. But I made the impossible possible, and you too can do it.
And yeah, so you work in your capacity as a medical Chinese
Yes.
doctor?
Yes. Yes, and I converse with, I'll have conversations with the anesthesiologist as we're doing egg retrievals, and the anesthesiologist will say, you know, I studied 2 years of, acupuncture here in Greece, and I just don't feel confident. I don't know what I'm doing. And
yes, and when I be practical, yes, and of course, the people who study this should have the opportunity to practice in a legal way, but there should be some standards in place, and possibly these are not there. I don't know.
we're creating standards by having a high standard of education, and that will hold a lot of weight. Your doctor, if he knows, or whoever you chooses to work with, sees that you've graduated, you've taken the elbow grease, you've done hard work, I have no doubt you'll find people to partner with. And then, especially if you're working under a medical doctor, you're fine. You know, those are the people you want to connect with.
I wanted to ask, okay, you said you'll have 3 years of education. The first year is the foundations of Chinese medicine. What is the schedule going to be like? I mean, what are you going to teach? Are all of you going to teach for first year? Do you have a...
Yes. Ben, I have the first year foundations generic syllabus on the back table there. No, we can hand them out, but...
So so I'm asking about more practical things. What are the dates? When are you going to start?
Yes,
What are the tuition
we
fees?
start
These kind of
October,
things.
then,
13,
I don't have, is it
13
the,
or 12,
12.
it's that weekend of October 12, 13, or 11, 12.
This weekend.
We start in October and we run through May or June, okay? We're actually starting a month late. Why? Well, we live in Greece and everyone leaves for 2 months in the summer and they don't return until the end of September or October. But all of the other programs around the world have started. But yes, if you want, I have the first year foundations, the syllabus of your required textbooks. The dates might be just a little skewed to begin with. That's why we wanted to meet with you to secure solid dates so you can plan ahead, to go ahead and purchase your required textbook reading. But again, we meet face-to-face 1 weekend per month, but you are required to do 6 to 10 hours of work online at your own pace. What else?
For example, what if there's a weekend that have already planned something and you can be here? So
Well, you are allowed to have 2 absences, okay, and you have a wonderful staff of teachers that can tutor you and maybe meet with you on the side. I know Brian and I discussed this. However, I'm going to be really honest and get down to the bare bones. And like Yanni said, this is not a Greek school. This is an
Definitely, I'm only
international
asking because
school.
it's,
Okay.
there might be some things already
That's
planned.
fine,
things we-
yes, of course, you're allowed like 2 weekend absences, but we'll have a very strict attendance policy, which means you show up on time and you stay until
I mean, that's
classes.
a lot, I'm very,
This is not about arriving 2 hours late, leaving 3 hours early, and not doing any work during the week, and then expecting your diploma at the end. We are a professional school of Chinese medicine, and we expect our
high level of professional.
high level of, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that really like puts me over the edge is when I teach here, they roll in at 2 hours late, they leave 3 hours early, and I'm going to be honest, we will not tolerate that. But yes, if you have a weekend that you're going, let us know. We'll give you the assignment for that weekend. If you want to make up the time, you meet with Sophia or Benjamin or Christina, a few hours a week that can go through as a student coordinator and make sure that everything is up to date.
So the information about the teachers and the classes are in
Yes,
here.
the teachers will be Yanni, Benjamin, Sophia, Christina, and myself. Christina.
She's gone.
Okay.
And we will also be having, and Gabby, and we will also be importing teachers from Serbia and other countries that we find to be exceptional and to have a unique gift.
On certain
On certain areas, because we want to give you the best.
I have an
Go ahead, another question.
Yes. Since we're a mixed group of people, if let's say we all apply, and there are different levels of knowledge in Chinese medicine, or is it going to be just one class, or are you going to create?
No, we have one class.
You have just one level.
We have one level right now, and some people who've studied in
You're
some
gonna
of the other
revise.
schools are coming back and going through the program again.
Okay.
Repetition is a good thing.
Yeah, I find out that always, even when I'm doing the lessons now, writing them and all that, I'll think, I forgot about that, or something I don't remember.
Yeah,
No, but what I mean is that it will be good for any kind of level. Practice makes perfect, as she said, and also there's always going to be something that you probably might have missed, or just reinforce, or have a different idea because you have more of a knowledge, and you'll come back and think, okay, so that's how it works, or that's why is that reason, things like that. So I think it's good whatever level you are.
And if I could add something on that, for the people that they have already studied, our partner re-examine them in case they need to be in another year. So there is also this chance. We're going to have this notice up in a few days. So let's say that somebody has already studied in another school and wants to join in, and he will need to take the examinations from the first year, the second year, and if he passes the first examination, he can enter the second year. If he can't pass the examinations of the second year, he could enter the third year. So we are open to that.
You mean next year? Or
If there are many students, for example, that they need, because in Greece we have quite a lot of people having diplomas from other schools that and they feel that they need to upgrade. So it could be that a lot of people will come for that. So it could create the second year. So it could be that we create also another year. Yes.
No, we also have applications.
Yes, during the week, we have 6 hours, and what times, like evenings, mornings?
It's at your own pace.
So
we will have an e-learning platform, and we will post assignments and articles and videos for you to watch, reading assignments, writing assignments, and then you post them and you will be conversing. So you can do it at 2 o'clock in the morning if you so desire, or you can do it at 11 o'clock. I mean, it's designed to be a self-paced thing. With exception, we may have some guest teachers that will go online at a specific hour, and if we have the technology to record it, great. If not, then we will post in advance that, you must be present. But we'll give you some wiggle room on that as well.
And just to come back on what we were saying before of missing classes or things like that, this program has been tailored so that it's 1 week in a month where you have to be there for 10 months, and the rest of the time is on your own time. So if you have a job, if you have children, if you have other things that you need to do during the week, I think it's really well organized so that you can manage all of it at your own pace. So again, I think that once you get the whole dates, you just need to plug them in. It's 10 weekends, and there's going to be no problem after that. Yes.
How many, maybe you have said, you have told us, but I'm not sure I understood well. How many hours per week will I need in order to get it through?
You're expected to do between 6 and 10 hours of work on your own during the week. Okay. Some people are quicker, they can do it in 6. Some people are a little slower, like just a couple pages today, it might take you 10 hours. But that counts towards your contact time. So if I can just read for a moment 8 domains. Now the schools here in Greece, the other schools, they have provided great foundations of Chinese medicine. And what Yanni was saying, that we will bring in from our parent school an assessment team to evaluate for those who have graduated from other schools. But here are the domains that they are not competent in. So for example, we have foundational knowledge. We have a lot of practitioners here with great foundational knowledge. But we'll also help you develop your critical thinking and your professional judgment. This is why we need the Western medical sciences. Also, you'll learn how to take a history and do a physical examination. I find the Greek student here is very weak on that. You'll also learn your Oriental medicine diagnosis from a TCM perspective, from a child-based perspective. You'll learn many systems. Also, you'll learn about emergency management, clean needle technique, and advanced diagnostic studies. So we're giving you the full Chinese medical training that you would receive outside of Greece.